Welcome back. What the fuck? I don't know why. I can't. Can you see me? This device is like not having it for some reason. Let me see if I can see or hear, or if it's just black. I can't. Can you see me? Okay. Yeah. Okay. This device is like not. Okay. So if you can see me and hear me, then that's what matters. Also kind of matters is to make sure I'm not like out of screen or weird shit's not happening, but whatever, we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. So someone had to go collect somebody or do something. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I gotta get this set up. Give me 1 second, guys. They really want me to, someone wasn't done talking, but my devices were done. They do that a lot. Okay. So a big gust of wind came up, and this is the second part. If you're returning, welcome back. I'm Zoe. This is Divinity Within Me, where we take time to get in touch with the divine. Today, the divine is having to do with dearly departed. Okay, this can also be ancestors or different roots, ancestral roots. Okay, that we're feeling, that we're healing, that we're moving through or transmuting trauma or karma from as this badass warrior of this time of consciousness where we're just waking up, right? We're waking everybody up, right? Okay, towards this collective awakening. So if you are turning back, yes, okay, okay. Yes, but you can't be pushy, because if you guys are pushy, I'm not gonna deal with you. Impossible things, working through disbeliefs, imaginative leaps, and fresh perspective. So there's been a lot of different energies that were coming through, and the reason maybe why somebody that's getting a little bit pushy, somebody's past loved one, didn't get to say what they wanted to say is because other people, sometimes other people's opinions, okay? So this is a very specific message for someone directly. Before I went off, we were talking about this reciprocity that was coming in, okay? About this balance, okay? Oh yeah, so what we were talking about is that nothing is really impossible, right? A lot of you guys are guided, a lot of you, like the reason why certain things you're drawn to or certain things you feel more like they make more sense for you, there's a reason. It's because something that somebody left for you, you know? This can be a parent, this can be someone that was a teacher. There's a lot of this energy that was coming through before, okay? This masculine figure, okay? For some, this can be a divine masculine. That has departed. Impossible things, working through disbelief, imaginative leaps, fresh perspective. Okay, so this is the energy of 7, okay? So this is the energy of luck. Give me 1 second, you guys. Okay, I'm not gonna get that. Ah, there's so much wind. The wind's blowing all these cards, so we're gonna go with the ones that are up here. So what kept flipping over from different decks, and it's come through different decks, is the 5 of Swords. So a strong message that somebody wanted me to bring up was it's not over until it's over, first of all, okay? So for many, you may have felt, okay, this is a very specific message, okay? For many, you may have felt like you've been battling battling this war on your own, okay? Like you've been fighting for something that maybe you didn't understand, maybe other people can understand, maybe also something that you couldn't really express or put into words, okay? And because of that, it has felt a bit like this, okay? It has felt a bit like, okay, I feel like I keep, like you keep putting me in, coach, like like, did I win or did I not win? And it's like, okay, well, it's like, they want you to know, it's like life is a never ending series of lessons, right? That's why it's like Earth School, but it's not without reward, okay? The Six of Pentacles, and this is where it comes back, okay? This is how I can tie it back. This is where it comes back to how it is in the afterlife. Somebody was asking about this in the last read. And that's what they're saying is like, you get what you give, right? What you, like, you reap what you sow, okay? So, sow things in a nice manner, right? Sow your seeds, sow your roots, sow your things together properly, right? And don't stitch yourself up with the wrong things. And if you do, understand that it's just a stitch, right? It's just a seam, right? You can rip a seam apart, you can remove a seam, you can repair a seam. It's subjective, but know, like, what they want you to know is basically like everything is in a state of reciprocity. So regardless if it's like a karmic balance, right? So regardless if what you do in this life, what your ancestors have done in their lifetime, like there is a certain amount of karmic debt that comes back through the family, through the lineage, through the ancestral thing, right? And so because of that, like that's what they want you to know. Someone is very strongly like a teacher, a father, maybe a high-level mason, something like this. We're getting this very strong deer energy, okay? This is also very indicative of divine masculine. Okay, let me let you guys look at these cards. They want me to show. Tell me what's the well with no soul? What's the well with no soul? So for some of you guys, like I said, it doesn't have to be a father. It can be like somebody that was a father to you. It can be more like an uncle, something like this. But it's like, just know, like, what you give, what you put out is what comes back. And that's why they're like, just do the work, right? It's not about, like, there's not a certain amount, an unlimited amount of time that you're here. There's not a unlimited amount of work, but it's like, work towards something that you love, right? Work towards this leap of faith, right? Work towards that thing that you feel in your soul, that you feel called to or drawn to or whatever. Like, they want you to go for it. That's what they want you to work towards. And the amount of work or charity or whatever that you choose to give in this lifetime, right? That's the reciprocity, is what comes back. So karmically, that's what comes back. So if there's a certain amount of things or whatever that you have to achieve or accomplish or pass before you get to the next task, no, that's because maybe your ancestors or you in past lives have racked up a certain amount of karmic debt. But what I think is like, we're coming into this balance, right? We're coming into this balance. And where you think, for many of you guys, where you may once have thought there was a missed opportunity, what you're going to realize now is that it was actually like higher divinely orchestrated to create an actual balance. And the reason why it was like that is because they needed to make you feel like one thing was missing in order to actually miss something specifically, so the real thing could actually enter. Does that make sense? So where you think you actually missed an opportunity, you actually didn't, because your real opportunity, your real thing, your real pearl is going to be very apparent. And when it returns to you, it's going to be bigger than all of the rest of the cups. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's like, basically at this time, what they're saying is that it's more of a karmic global reset. Okay? So yeah, the people that fought for others and not against others, the people that have been like the lone wolves or the lone warrior, whatever, like this type of energy, but have still been here, like these earth warriors, these earth angels, right? Some of them suffered more karma because they did things, right? Like for instance, my grandfather, like this is crazy war hero. Like, did he want to kill and hurt and whatever? Like, no, I think he was like also part of like the freedom fighters and all of this, you know. I think he also, yeah, I can say it, he already died, right? I think he also was up there like cross shooting at missiles and all, like to try to save people as well, you know. There was a certain amount of energy and things that he gave back to and people that he took care of that he gave back to. Now, I don't know that all of it was balanced out, and that may be why I karmically, you know, or many of his whatever children or grandchildren, he had a lot. And that could be why he had a lot, because there maybe is a bit of a karmic debt, right? So we sprinkle it out how it can be. But what I know is, just like you feel when someone that's passed, when you feel them there, or just like you have faith in God or whatever, right? The faith in the unknown and the unseen, in the spirit, right? In the universe, source, creator, all that is, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, like you feel somebody, whether it's a past pet or loved one, like you feel the energy of this person there. So they want me to reiterate, because this is a new video, if you didn't watch the last video. If you didn't, watch the other video, because there may be something there for you. Remember, energy is more fluid, okay? So when people receive this is when they're meant to receive it, okay? And take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Not everything is for you. You're gonna know what's for you and who it's coming from. So faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. So these are the ones that blew over, okay? The Five of Swords and the Five of Swords. The Four of Cups blew over. And the Three of Pentacles. So they're here working with you. Also, what I'm getting is that they had to move certain people or certain things out of your way, like where you may be feeling like you're super alone right now, like they're actually with you, okay? They're with you, okay? Don't worry, okay? 45-9, time to go, which is 9 is the completion energy, and 23-5, okay? So for some, what can happen is, okay, there's a couple different messages. Okay, first message. Somebody had to go. Somebody left sooner than they were supposed to. Okay, they're at, maybe it was an unexpected passing. Okay, this is specific. Okay, for these people, for whoever's energy this is, okay? Someone that had to go, right? They want you to know that that there's contracts, right? There's agreements that they make before they come here. So they've already chosen the time when it is their time to go, right? This is the energy of 9. They've already chosen this they chose when it was their time to make the completion, right? They're at peace, right? They're at peace. What they want to do is they want to send you peace, okay? And when you accept they're missing, when you feel that energy that comes through, like when you feel that missing person, when you accept it as an energy, like as an energetic offering of love, and that it's just coming from a different density, so it may feel a little bit off, or it may feel emotional because you still haven't healed that wound, right? Because when you work and you heal that wound, then you can know how to do certain things to work with the people that have passed. Look at that, at 1444. So this is something that maybe, like, if you guys are interested, like, leave a comment or email me. This is something like the reason why I touch all these different things is because I'm interested to know what you guys are interested in me tapping into, you know? A lot of people like the love and the zodiacs and stuff like that, which is great. But I like to tap in with the ancestors and things a little bit more potent, a little bit more powerful. So, you know, if you guys are interested in me creating a course or a class that teaches us how to better resonate with our past loved ones and how to communicate and how to accept that energy, you know, maybe that's something I should be doing. They want you to be able to be at peace with the fact that they had to leave faster, but they want you to know that it was part of their contractual agreement, right? That their leaving is what had to cause the change. Now, I was talking about this in the last video too. It's kind of what catapults. Sometimes when people have a passing, and especially when it's sudden or traumatic or ahead of time, what's perceived as ahead of time, it can change a lot of things, but that is the point, right? This new life. Sometimes they do that in order to make space for a new, for your new life to begin, in order for you to let go of something that was binding. For somebody very specific, they want you to know that they made the choice, okay? They made the choice to go because they thought that you were at peace, and they knew that they were creating more problem for you than like help. So they wanted you to start this new life. For many of you guys, you could have been caretaking a family member. I'm especially picking up on a feminine energy, okay? You could have been caretaking them. They want you to know that there's nothing you could have done, okay? There's nothing different. Okay, this is a very specific message. There's nothing different or anything that you could have, I mean, yes, we can always be kinder, but there's nothing different or anything you could have done that would have changed, because it was their time. It was their time to go. Like, they made peace with that. They would like you to make peace with that, okay? Sometimes even when people die unexpectedly or tragically, we don't really understand. Again, I spoke about this before in the last video. It's almost like the way that they were explaining it when there was people asking different questions, what the afterlife was like, what was this and that, and what they were explaining is basically like, imagine they have like they're using like a drone or something. Imagine they have a perspective of like your whole lifespan, and they see how all these different things, you know, like Tetris, right? That they keep telling me to explain it like a game to you guys. Here in the year of 2025, it's like Tetris, right? So as you see the way things are stacking up, you're gonna know how to change or adapt the piece so it fits, so it kind of eliminates, you know? So imagine like Tetris, okay? So imagine the ancestors or whatever, they can see your whole lifespan, your whole time span. It's not linear. They're not seeing time the same as humans are seeing time. So imagine they're seeing our whole life play out like Tetris, and they're seeing this next thing, and they're trying to help us. So when it drops the next problem, we can be like, oh, quick, and make an adjustment and drop it in so we can eliminate some of this trauma or this karmic debt, right? Just like Tetris. And that's kind of like what they're doing is they're watching they can see a lot more of the pieces and a lot more of the situation that comes into play before we do. Before we can even understand. And when people pass, sometimes we can't even understand. It's like, why did they, like, what? And the reason why is because they had to help catapult or push people forward to get to their next phase, to their new life, okay? This is a very specific, this energy is very specific. A sister, an auntie, or a mother that passed, maybe much younger than you thought she was supposed to. She wants you to know that she did it in order to help you manifest your new life, okay? Maybe you are caretaking them. Maybe they were sick. Maybe they were ill. Maybe they were going to be problematic like this or something. And they made the choice because they knew that you couldn't walk. They knew that you couldn't, that you wouldn't go down the same path if you were there caring for them all the time. If that makes sense. That's very specific for somebody. Thank you. You love the Purple Gypsy. Thank you. Yes, I do my best to be colorful, to enjoy my divine expression of my meat suit and my canvas, as it may be at this moment. And the wind says, I want to be a queen. Stating your sovereignty, declaring freedom, passing a test. For many of you guys, 33. So for many of you guys, you can be connected to higher societies, masonry societies, or something like this. You may actually be somebody way above your pay grade, then you didn't know it. Something like that. So anyways, with the energy of 33, okay, you may actually possess this energy. And again, stating your sovereignty, state who you are, what you deserve. For many, this can be a test, okay? There can be a test. You may have been feeling people that have passed, and they're here to help you pass your tests, okay? They're here to help you. They're like pre-quizzing you, right? They're like, hey, I'm gonna give you this weird thing that happens, and you're like, what the fuck did this come? What was the test before the test? And they're just like pre-game testing, essentially. That was at 2202. Kutumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answers you seek. Trust what you know. So when you choose to actually call upon the angels, the ancestors, the ascended masters, when you call upon or hold the energy of someone that is departed, right? 2222. When you hold that energy, right, you can call on this stronger energy. You can tap in the knowledge. That's why I say all the time, welcome to the new era. Not the new world, not the new earth. No, the new world is like new world order. We don't want that, okay? We don't want that. We want the new era, K-N-E-W. Life is a series of remembrances. So if once you start to tap into the things that you know, that seem familiar, that you remember, that pop up for you, like a smell of something or a sound or whatever, that's when they can start giving you more of this knowledge, right? It's like anything that's like deeper, that's like occult wisdom, esoteric, stuff like this, in order to get to the next levels of masonry and all this stuff, there is, or mystery school, stuff like this, there's certain levels you have to pass. There's certain tests, you know, there's a certain amount of knowledge or understanding, whatever you got to actually know or be a part of. And so that's what it boils down to, right? You can tap into this knowledge. They're there to give it to you. It's already freely yours to access. It's a choice. Okay? For many of you guys, you're wondering what's supposed to happen, okay? Some of you guys are asking, you want to ask somebody that's departed what's supposed to happen. Maybe you feel lost now that they're gone. You might be feeling a little blue. You might be feeling a little stagnant or stuck, okay? They want you to know, ready to adventure, precipice of change, pause before action. They want you to take a moment, but they want you to really consider, right? As you're alive and experiencing this, are you experiencing life, right? Have you done that thing that you wanted to, like, are you really living? You know, it's like, when people say, I would die for you, that's great, you would die for me, but would you live for me? Like, would you, you know? Like, are you fighting for your life? I've been fighting for my life. The only thing I saved this year is my life. But I think that's a lot. I think that's pretty valuable. I had some crazy shit happen. I didn't get to save everybody's life, but they're here to co-create with us, you guys. Energy in motion is emotion. So when you feel heavy emotions from someone that has passed. They are here to co-create. They want you to know. Use that energy. If it's sadness, good. Make sad boy or sad girl art or porridge or whatever, you know, like use it. That's what they're here. They're here. They're trying to co-create with you. All in a golden afternoon. Inspiration, creative spark, imagination, conception. They want you to think about what, like, when you think about them, right? Instead of being sad thinking about that they passed, they want you to think about what they would do, right? Like, what would they say? What would they like to wear? Where would they like to go? What would they like to eat? Humor it for a little bit. Humor it for a little bit. You'll be super surprised on what snaps back, okay? Yeah, 44. Again, you can't go back to yesterday. Be in the present. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. So remember to treat it as such. When you're too focused on people that have already gone or what might come or all of these things, then you're missing the point of life. Life is meant to be lived. And you can't do that if you're always in different spaces, right? You need to be present, right? This is how I ended up grounding my practice. And that's the only reason why I use cards. Do I need the cards? Absolutely not. It's visual antis. I like to keep myself grounded a little bit in the physical plane, right? Because this is where I'm having my human incarnation. Otherwise, they would have me in the ethers all the time, playing with them and deliver them and do whatever, but I don't need to do that, right? Like I use the cards as a little bit of a visual anti to stay grounded into this density. I'm okay with that. Because I like to hang out with it. Like, it's like, you ever gone to an old person's home, or you ever been like, I spend a lot of time like sailing on the water, right? You ever gone like hung out with some old fishermen and stuff like that? Like, they got some fucking stories, old veterans, things like this. Like, that's the story. Like, they got those stories, and like, that's like who's with me all the time is like people that have incarnated through many incarnations on Earth, many incarnations on different planets. Like, it's a lot, right? Use your time well. Make every moment count. Yeah. The energy of 6. Okay. So give and receive. So it's like, if you're, for instance, if you're on this planet and you're just wasting fucking time, then you're probably not going to get to keep wasting time. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you might have to exit. It might be time for someone else to enter. Also, like, if you're wasting your time, maybe next time you don't get to come back and have as much time, right? Just know that there is a dynamic, ultimate balance, like universally speaking, okay? Set your course. 22, know where you wish to go, have a plan, the right direction. Okay, so this is upside down. And I feel like the reason why is because they're saying, as far as setting your course, now they can help you, they can direct you. For some of you guys, you're wondering what you do next, okay? For some of you guys, it can be partnership. 22, the energy, duality, partnership, okay? Sometimes just knowing who you are, right? Being authentic, like figuring out who that is and how what your skills are that you're here to express yourself, right? Not your skills to pay the bills, but your skills, your skill set that's coming from people that have passed, right? And that's what they're saying is like, because it's in reverse, is like, there may be certain things that you're like, okay, I want to do this. I want to go to this part of the world. I want, you know, like maybe you know the gist, but when we get hyper focused on trying to control every detail of it, that's when we get stuck in our humanness, right? And we're separated from this divine, from this divinity, this all that is, from our ancestors, from the people, from the dearly departed that are here to help us, to assist us. If they're still here and you're still feeling them and you're still experiencing this, you know, then that means they're showing up to help you. Now, the thing is you can't be constantly asking them to just always be helping you all the time or be there, because then you're also preventing them from their next level of schooling, right? I had a very good friend out here, and she had a partner that passed, and it was intense before I was a part of this community. And at some point in time, she'd asked me, you know, what do I do? You know, like, I don't know, like, I tried to like, do I rearrange his altar or what do I do? You know, can you tap in? Because I went over to her place and I was like, wow, who is this in the picture? I feel their energy. It's super big and da 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 da. And then like they explained to me and I was like, oh, okay. And so she asked me, right, like, what do I do? And so what the suggestion was basically like, you know, there's certain things, like maybe there's certain things, like certain stones or crystals or whatever, and maybe those are meant to go, right? Maybe they're meant to go, like clothing, different things are meant to go to different people. Like, you're not supposed to get rid of it, but you can't hold on to all of it. You know, maybe change an altar space, and a lot of the things that you had, like she had a whole room or a whole shrine that was still all of his stuff, I think. And so she just kind of had to like create something that was more like, you know, maybe like a smaller memorabilia. And again, this is a good way for us to be in contact with them, is to have little things like this, little shrines or altars or whatever that we have for them with their picture or something of theirs or whatever, to give energy, to put little offerings of a little candy or like a whatever, you know, it doesn't matter, a flower, it doesn't matter, whatever. But this is really important. And so she felt a lot of weight and a lot of energy, because what was happening is it's not, she didn't mean to be blocking him from ascending, but because she was holding on to so much of his stuff and his energy, and she had so much love and was missing him so much, and it was just that energy of all of that until she was able to say yes. Look at it, gives me goosebumps. Oh, sending so much love. Oh, Goose, Christina, I love you. And Taro, I believe. Yeah, look at all this wind. And yeah, it really helped to set him free. Oh, and that's the thing is they don't want you to feel, they didn't want you to feel like they were going away, like they were leaving you, because they would never leave you. But what happens is it's like school, right? Like Earth School is similar, like community college, they keep saying, you know, and it's like there's certain things that they have to do. And once they pass on, they want to do the other things that they have to do. And so there's other classes and courses, and sometimes those are in other planets or galaxies or dimensions, and they don't have the ability to consistently be here. But like energetically, they can break you off, you know, they can break you off a piece, like a hand, an arm, whatever, and the energy like can stay with you as long as you keep it lighthearted, as long as you're like, you know, you can still use their sayings, you can still have their clothes and their things that they gave to you, like you can still hone and harvest, like not harvest, why are you saying that? Because it's technically a type of energy harvesting. That's not nice. So when you, okay, so this is what they're telling me. Okay, so it's really important that you guys know this. So if you're not giving back, right? Like if you're not putting some type of an offering or a flower or an incense or something, right? If you're not, everything is an energetic exchange, okay? So if you're just constantly, oh, this person and I mean, you're basically energy harvesting them, and you're preventing them from them getting to their next thing, because you're draining all of the, like, so the energy has to be more properly directed. Does that make sense? There has to be an intention. So when people start crying too much or longing or pining too much for someone that has passed, then it causes a little bit of the, you know, it causes a little bit of this stuck energy, this stagnancy, and these emotions. And so that's what they are telling me is, you know, people don't know that. Like people here don't really understand that it's actually like energy harvesting. And they want you to know, okay. So many of them want you to know, yeah, it's a very deep knowing actually, a very, very deep knowing, that there is a lot of energy harvesting that is going on, and especially from the tribe. Okay, this is messages from somebody specific, okay? Messages in a bottle. Okay, this is about the reciprocity, okay? So if a loved one has passed, it's okay. Maybe it's good to write messages, maybe to write letters, but there needs to be more of they're asking for there to be more of an energetic exchange. Do some breathing, do some head to heart, whatever. Do something that you would want to do with them instead of being sad that they're not there to do it with you. Like, do something that they would do, right? And imagine they're there with you. Like, you know how people like make the, for instance, when my cousin was like fighting in the war and we went on some family vacation or whatever, something, he couldn't go with us. And so I made all these different pictures of his face, right? So he could be photo bombing in all of our pictures, right? Like, this is something you can do. Like, things that make them happy, things that make you happy, that remind you of them. They don't want you to sit in the spaces of things that make you sad, that remind you of them. That's what keeps you in this never-ending loop. It's like the nothing is coming. They keep telling me this. The nothing is coming. It's like you are the controller of the nothingness. The nothingness is to forget all of the things that made us happy, to forget the things from the past, to forget these old ways and traditions, to be so stuck in this new age, right? It's about the new era, K-N-E-W. It's a series of remembrance. They're here. They want to help you to remember things, okay? It's not about all these bad things. Why? They want you to ask why something is like this. They want you to research why. They want you to go deeper because they're here. They want you to go the whole distance. Yeah. Okay. They want you to go a little bit deeper into it. They want you to ask more. When you think about them and you're like, I didn't really know that much about them, but I know X, Y, and Z. Research what that X, Y, and Z is. They will start to lead you to other things. Okay. For some of you, they need you, there is a message or someone that needs to message you or someone that's supposed to message you. They may need you to go somewhere, get a message, deliver a message or a letter. But nothing is coming. I keep seeing this never-ending story. Nothing is coming. The nothing is coming, but nothing is coming. Okay, they're working on that. Or that could be for a reason. That's divinely orchestrated. It's divinely orchestrated. Before they had to separate something or somebody. Now it's not. Okay. Now it's not time to rest. Now it's time for regeneration. Now it's time for action. Okay. They need you to not be on the fence anymore. Okay. They need you to not exist so much between worlds, and they need you to be more present. Your soulmate. For many of you, the reason why they left maybe quicker than they were supposed to. One, because they wanted you to adventure onto this new life. Okay, they wanted to be fair to you. But the other thing that I'm picking up is because they had to be in this other realm to help orchestrate this divine love, right? So for some of you, for instance, maybe they're giving me like a purple heart. They're showing me like this purple heart, kind of like this person put in the chat. Whoever this is. One Brazzy. What up? Somebody I know, someone I know, okay. Somebody I used to know. Oh, the X effect or something, what? Anyways, it's like all the kinds of people that were dead to you just on that return, huh? No, to be fair. For some of them, they actually made the exit because they had to help to make a change. So either it was helping to heal somebody or something. When they made this quick exit, they needed you to do a little bit more work. And for many of you guys, the people that had passed sooner than you thought or more abruptly than you thought, they're actually here to help you orchestrate from the other side, okay? They may be here to tell you, all that glitters isn't gold. So sometimes when you see something and you're like, oh, I really want that, but then you're just like, you didn't take the offer, or you didn't go with that person, or you didn't do whatever it was, right? And because of that, right? Because of that energy, right? Like what happened is they redirected you. And so that's what they're telling me, okay? Right? The more that you focus on the serendipity and not all the forks in the road, right? The more you remain flexible, the less you'll be spinning round and round in circles, okay? The less you'll have to clean up. They'll have to stop doing all the fucking cleanup crew bullshit, okay? You'll get to stop doing, okay? So here's the thing. If you stop chasing the gold and the money, right? All that glitters is not gold, okay? So some of you guys are working really hard because you think you need to work, or you think there's a lot of things that need to happen. Calm down, you guys. I can't speak that fast. I'm speaking on like 3, forward 3. I like to listen sometimes like that, but I don't know if I can speak in that. But like an auctioneer. Someone might be an auctioneer. Someone might be into going to auctions. Something like that. Auctions or antiques or something like this. This could mean something for some of you guys. For others of you guys, if someone did just pass, they want to say, don't be so quick just to dismiss things that people are holding on to as collectibles. Many of them can actually be antiques. Some of them may actually be family heirlooms that they may have been keeping for you, for a marriage. They may be ancestral, passed down. For some of you guys, you may be looking for something, for a piece of jewelry. Somebody may be looking for a piece of jewelry. Somebody may be wondering if their family heirloom, a ring or something like this. They're wondering about this. Okay. Is it missing? It's missing. So it may be in an auction. It may have been auctioned off or pawned off. They're trying to find it. Okay, for some of you guys, if what you're trying to find, okay, for some, there may be some replicas that were made of something, of some family jewelry, heirloom, something like this. Yeah, there may be replicas that were made. For some of you guys, you need to look, first of all, like at where the antiques are, because a lot of things might have more value than you realize, okay? Number 1, don't be so quick with that. Number 2, I'm getting like there was some stones or setting, something that was changed. And that there was a replica, a fake replica. For many of you guys, they may have done all this work just to kind of put you out on your ass, because they wanted to stop your symphony from finishing. Okay, and that's why some of the ancestors actually left. They have to like get this yang energy in order. Okay, for some of you guys, it's about getting the yang energy in order, yes, but it's also about bringing the yang energy somehow. Okay, so for some feminines, they can be bringing in a divine masculine, and for some masculines, look at that, the yin. So they're saying like this is the yin and the yang, the yin and the yang. So there is something about divine union. So where other people may have passed that you didn't quite understand, they may have been, what they're telling me is they may have had soul contracts. Like let's say you're an admiral and you have a whole squad or a whole crew or a whole team, whatever. Brigade, I don't know what the fuck it's called, right? But anyways, let's say you have all these people, right, that are part of your team. And basically, like, if the protocol, it's like plan B or protocol 2, like protocol 3, protocol, you know, like as it gets more closer to the thing, if the thing didn't happen, if the first people weren't able to do it, then it's like the next people have to step in. And so that's basically what's happening is maybe a lot of people have been passing, and there's people that feel a little bit adverse to it. They may feel like you may be feeling happy about it, okay? They may feel like I'm feeling happy about it. I'm not happy when people die, but I am happy for them because I know whatever ailments they were suffering in this life, this is just me coming through. I know whatever they were suffering in this life, right? Now they're feeling abundance, like everything is unlocked for them. Look at that, 44, right? They're moving forward, like they graduated, like they did what they had to do in this lifetime, mostly speaking. Now, some people do end up taking their lives or doing crazy things, which means they have to come back and redo everything over, plus some, or maybe they get stuck somewhere before they can come. There is something similar to a purgatory, okay, for people that are asking, but it's not the way that it's been painted for us. It's much different. Is it nicer than Earth here? Yeah, like the way that purgatory is still kind of even nicer than our actual 3D Earth plane. But there is consequences for people that take their lives or that take other people's lives. There is very heavy consequences. So for people that are ruling, that those are like unchangeable universal laws, okay? That you can't run from. You can try to. For some of them, there was people that were trying to destiny swap, and that's what they were trying to do. That's what they were told that they were able to do from some high level witch or wizard or warlock or whatever, some person that was claiming to be a higher level practitioner than they thought. They thought that they could actually, really? Woo! The tea. They're giving me the tea today. They thought that they could trade like their karmic bound. I mean, I tapped into this before. Yes. Oh, they thought that they could trade like they're out of time. Their time's up. Oh, their time's up. They tried to destiny swap or change their bad shit with a chosen earth angel, with a chosen soul. Look at that. 203. That's my number, you guys. For ZOE, for Zoe. Yes. And now they're up there getting all of your ancestral wealth and treasure sorted, okay? These people were trying to take not just your physical wealth, they were trying to take your mental, your spiritual, they're trying to take you for everything. For everything. What? But the ancestors aren't having that. That story is over. The never-ending story just ended. Look at that in reverse. They're going to take that. For some of them, they could be trying to work with water spirits, water elements, maybe some more demonic. Yeah. Some more demonic. Yeah, change in the wind. More chaotic water spirits. And for the people that were doing that, that's going to change. Okay. This is black and white by the book, you guys. Time's up. Not for you. They thought that they could play chess with with your ancestors. Not today. You ain't getting to your fortune, and you ain't getting. And here's the thing. Is really. So what I'm picking up is these people were under the impression that the people were under the impression basically that because they didn't have any children, right? Because they didn't reproduce, that there was no karmic blueprint. Like they didn't have to pass on their karma. But that's not true. Actually, that means that the karma will actually manifest in a very physical form. So that can be that they start to lose their hair, their teeth, their house, their job, their things. It can be that they get locked up. It can be that really bad things that are now happening in the physical. And I'm not saying that's why it's important to have children so you can pass on your bad karma or trauma, but it is something. So that's why. So these people that are actually harvesting the energy. Okay, so they really want me to talk about this right now for some reason. These people that are harvesting the energy, they want you. Okay, so here's why they want me to say it. Because they're giving warnings to their loved ones that they care for. They want to give a very prominent warning. Okay, be very careful who you choose to co-create with. Okay, because your creative energy and your life force energy. Okay, this goes for sexual. They've been putting this through a lot. Okay, sexual creative energy. Right, all of this is life force energy. Be very specific who you are co-creating with, okay? The reason why people keep getting blocked or things keep happening or things keep whatever or there's a problem or a situation is intentional. They are here co-creating with you. They are trying to lead you to the proper people to co-create with. okay? They're trying to give you a leg up, but you have to keep doing, you have to keep listening, you have to keep asking, okay? And these could be people that are very close to you, trying to build stuff that are very close to you within your community, okay? People within your community. Okay, let's, they want me to get more information on this. Can we use the Rider-Waite? No. They want me to use a Thoth deck. Okay. Thoth deck. Lust. Okay, for many of you guys, this can be people that you have, maybe can be lovers that you maybe have sexual agreements with. Maybe people, maybe you're, this can be some type of a sex ring or something like this also. Okay, you can be, maybe have multiple lovers or partners. Okay, there is no velour in that. Okay, there's no, they cannot protect you. You have no protection engaging in these things, and the reason why is because the womb space is where all of the fortune, everything is coming from, right? It's mind and mental, but first everything is conceptualized within the womb space. So if you're entering many wombs, and if you're a female and you're not keeping your womb space sacred for only sacred interaction, then yeah. For many of you, this other woman, whatever this is about, okay? This older fire sign woman, she's been coming out a lot through the collective, okay? Yeah, she's been doing weird spell work, sneaking and hiding or whatever. She has been harvesting your energy. She has been harvesting energy through sexual interaction or activity. This is very specific. The ancestors really want this information. So make sure that you're not doing any low level. Make sure who you're working with, because it's someone that you work with, someone that you work very close with, someone who you trust, but they are untrustworthy. They are not somebody you should be working with. They're using you, they're dominating, they're trying to dominate you. You think that it's a new path, you think they're bringing you onto this, they're literally harvesting your energy, your life force energy. And there is nothing that comes out of it good. So no, because there is some souls that are at debt, yeah. And this is how they harvest energy. This is what they do. They're fuck boy, fuck girl, okay? This Prince of Wands energy, in and out, in and out, in and out. That's why a quick in and out. Yeah. They put it in you, or you let them put it in you, and they suck your life force energy out. They are harvesting energy. That's why they wanted me to use this deck. This is very, and they've been doing it for a long, long time. Yeah. Now, the ancestors are here to protect you, but they can only protect you if you follow their guidance, okay? Because if you allow it, right? If you're still allowing these bad, dark things, these secrecy, if you're still hiding and holding these things that are in this dark space, then they can't help you. You have no protection, right? This is lies, deceits, this is secrecy, this is things that are hidden, right? If you're operating in this space, lying, instead of protecting, especially the feminine energy, then you're on another path completely, and they're not here to protect you because you have no compassion, no emotional sovereignty. You're existing in a state of debauchery. Yeah. You're like, I can have all of my options, all of my pleasures, all of this. And what they're saying is they don't sign up for that shit. They don't, this energy, they can't protect it. Yeah. You have no protection or safety. And you already know that because you know what you're doing, whether it's wrong or not. Okay. You may have asked them. This could be somebody for some of you, you could have betrayed somebody that's this feminine energy, this high priestess that was happy, that was bringing you your happiness. For others, this could be what they've been telling you that you had to do. This is what you had to heal from. Come into the presence of knowing what actually truly makes you happy, okay? And move towards that. For some of you guys, you may have lost this Empress energy. And for others, it may mean that you, that when you take action and when you get in alignment, right? When you get in alignment with your own happiness, right? With your own stability, right? There's so many options is unstable. Then the Empress energy can come upright. Right now it's upside down, okay? So what that means to me is that there's an energy that's moving towards this, but this means that to some extent, the feminine, the motherly energy, the feminine energy, the goddess energy, the pregnancy, the whatever, was not very, was not respected, okay? And that, for some of you guys, that does need healing, okay? Yeah, for many of you guys, that needs healing. And for some of you guys, you have done the healing, right? For some of you guys, you've done the healing. For some, what I'm hearing is, for some, you can celebrate, okay? For some of these third-party situations or these heartbreaks or these things that you went through, that you experienced, may have been to help you heal this wound, right? Like, I understand the last person that I was with, right? Like, I understand that I had to heal a lot of these masculine wounds, a lot of this father wounding and partner, you know, like, from that energy. And even though it turned out to be, you know, even fake love is still receiving love. So imagine, like, that's how deprived I was my whole life, that when even I was receiving the fake love, I believed it to be real because nobody else ever really expressed that to me. So I healed that because I tapped into that, right? Because I made the choice to use it as healing that wound, that trauma, that ancestral karma of the partner always having to be away, of not having the partner that was there. I feel like that's been a lot of what's gone on in my family lineage, of them always having to work or be in action or do this or do that or make a choice, one or the other. I have to go, whatever. And, you know, it's like, no, indolence. Yeah. It's like, no, actually, I'm not going to walk away this time. I'm not going to have to run away this time, you know? And that's something that they helped me heal, that I tapped into, right? And this is something that my grandfathers and different people came through for me, and they told me, no, you're a fucking captain. You're an admiral. What does that mean? The captain goes down with the ship. You don't abandon the fucking ship. So it means you don't abandon, like, every time I've left my house, my car, my this, my that, every time I've left everything, my boats, everything, every time I've left everything just to remove myself, to be in a safer position, right? It wasn't all by, it was by choice, yes, you know, but it wasn't, it was the best choice that I could have made in that moment. And so understand that this is a lot of, like, the ancestors are feeling sad, right? They feel sad that we have to experience, and we have to help them to heal and transmute it. But they want you to know that they did the best with what they knew at that time. And that's part of the forgiveness that you have to give yourself, right? For anybody who's overthinking people that have passed, and you're, you know, it's causing chaos or conflict, and it's, look at this, 33. They want you to know, look at that, and thinker is 44, okay? They want you to know that it's because, okay, for some of you guys, you have some really higher purpose. For many of you guys, you're coming into some type of divine union. You have a soulmate. What we're doing here is we're changing this old way of lust into love, into this collective conscious. And this takes this apology, it takes this action, right? It takes people being able to say, Okay, I felt this hurt. I experienced this hurt. I understand your failure. I see where you succeeded. I see where you failed, right? I see where you were defeated. And I still kept moving forward, right? Until I reached success, right? I didn't give up. I didn't give up when people were talking shit. I didn't give up when everybody said I couldn't do it, right? And that's what they want you to say. Somebody wants me to say to you, right? Is that you will have success, that they're here. They're here. You are the magician also. You have the ability to tap in. For some of you guys, you could have had family members, either past teachers, uncles, fathers, brothers, family members, something like this, that were very high up magicians, wizards, witches, warlocks, very high up in secret societies, again, Illuminati, and that's why they were laughing. They're laughing in the last one because there's some fake ass coven or Illuminati, like some fake ass people that have been trying to fuck with their with the chain of birthright, and that's gonna cost you. Yeah. Because whatever somebody has been doing, whatever any groups or whatever has been doing, has been against the lovers, has been against the unity of coming in. And they fucking bred all of these people to this moment so we could get to this moment, so we could have, so the divine masculine and divine feminine, so the balance, okay, right? It's not just about a man and a woman coming together. It's about the balance within. Look at the cards flying off the deck. It's about the balance within the whole collective conscious, right? It's not about one fucking family or one continent, you guys. It's a collective consciousness. Now I had somebody, I put in a chat the other day and I was like, unity, collective consciousness. And they're like, that's dumb. There's a bunch of dumb motherfuckers out there. It's like, dude, if all you see is dumb shit and dumb motherfuckers, like what level, what density are you existing in? What are you entertaining? What is your level of perception? Change it, bro. Change it, bro. Like I can tell you, going to another country and not knowing, like not speaking the language, like that shit's fucking scary. But actually, it's not that scary because you don't even know. You don't know all the shit people are talking. If they're talking shit, if they're being, you don't even know. It doesn't matter. You know how awesome it was to go to all these different countries and not understand the language. So all the people that were like talking or whatever, like I can really tune in like to the spirits though, but. Yeah, this is a power play. Someone was trying to do something. Someone was trying to take some power away from the lovers, and it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, 10 of Cups, dude. It's going to... 10 of Cups. Like, the max that's going to happen is a little wounded warrior energy. But we come from a family of warriors, apparently, you guys. You come from a family of warriors. Just hang in there. Just hang in there a little bit longer. Everything's going to come to completion, okay? It may not seem like it's coming into completion, but again, they're seeing things from a higher perspective than we are. Imagine they have a drone, a bird's eye view of our whole life, and it's like a Tetris board, right? And they're throwing us the things that's going to bring us happiness, that's going to put us in the joy, that's going to teach us those lessons so we can get to where we need to go. Yeah, remember me? Some of them are putting lessons in because you need to be, in order for you to come into this union with yourself, right? They have to break some old shit down. And this can be, a lot of them can be coming back because they're teaching you old patterns or habits that they taught you. And they're saying, not all the things that they taught you are good, okay? You have to destruct a lot of them, okay? You're gonna have to destruct a lot of them, okay? Yeah, it's gonna take work. 10 of Wands. It's going to take work, but that's the oppression, right? The oppressed and the oppression, right? You have to break that shit down in order to build it back up. Otherwise, you're stuck, okay? You're in a stuck still. And that's where they don't want you to be. Okay, so some more specific messages. More specific messages. Our dearly departed. Disappointment. They're saying that abundance, okay, for many of them, they're saying they're very disappointed with how you spent or used their abundance. For some of you guys, very specific messages. Yeah, they're really disappointed, okay? It's not making them too happy, but the true happiness, what they're saying, the true happiness or the true reward comes from understanding that abundance even happens in our disappointments. Even our losses are our wins, right? So when we even learn from our losses, we learn more from our losses than we do from our wins. So don't be so disappointed, right? Again, you have the ability to say, oh, this person, when the person comes up, are you gonna do something, right? Like my friends that passed, that were younger that passed, like they're artists, they're creatives, they're jokers, they were chefs, they were all these different things. So whenever I'm missing them, I go and do an activity that they would like to do. That way that energy that they're giving me, that they're transmuting to me as this love, as this frequency, right? As this energetic frequency that I'm receiving, that you're receiving, as you're feeling these people, as you're crying, as you're laughing, as you're in this space of feeling them. That is the true abundance, right? Do something that they would like to do and let them teach you. Like, it's like more things can come to you. Like, maybe this is why I'm so good at things, because I allow spirit to work through me, right? I allow a very protected spirit. Look at that at 222, a very protected spirit, but I allow it to work through me, allow it to move through me, right? And because I understand emotions are energy in motion, I don't let myself get too over emotional. And if you hear me yell or get more over emotional, it's because whoever's channeling through whatever energy, they have more intensity. And sometimes they have more of an intense message. Maybe they're just a more intense being, or sometimes they have been silenced and it took them so long to get to a place where they can output that they're getting more intense. But it's not me. Don't take it personal, you know. I'm just a messenger. So does anybody else have any more messages? Do you have any messages or questions you wanted to ask people that passed on? Like I said, many of them did this. Okay, this King of Earth. This can be a father, a brother, an uncle, a teacher. They want me to show you this again. They're here with you. They're here supporting you, okay? The King of Earth, this is an Earth sign, okay? This is a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy, okay? It doesn't have to be. They can just have strong this sign in their chart, or they could have worked with the Earth, okay? They could have been a high level, something like this, okay? They could have liked to be in the woods. They could have dealt with maybe deers or creatures like this. Maybe when you see a deer or something like this, okay? Yes, dear. Yes, dear. For many of you guys, this can be a past husband or something like this, or maybe a father or grandfather. Yes, dear. Yes, dear, I'm always here with you. Just keep focusing on those things that you've always been dreaming about, right? Keep focusing on those things. They're working on them. Don't focus on the fact that you feel like you missed an opportunity, all right? They really, really, really want this. This came back out. Know that whatever was put in before, right, where you thought that you missed an opportunity, you didn't. There's a bigger pearl coming for you, okay? A bigger ship, a bigger pearl. It was just part of your transformation, right? This is the energy of Scorpio. This is the death and rebirth, 13, okay? Also the energy of the feminine. Okay, feminine is 13, the death and the rebirth, you guys. That's why. Because feminine, this is the portal, okay? You want to feel closer to spirit? You want to feel closer to the goddess? Great. Go worship some divine feminine. Go worship some divine feminine. You will see. Go worship some Mother Earth, some Mother Ocean. You will see your life get real good real quick. Four of Earth, yeah. They will hold you back. Okay, for some of you guys, hold on. Something that you're waiting for is coming in hot. Something that you thought was a missed opportunity actually wasn't. It was actually an ability for you to transform or heal. Yeah. Chariot. And now forward movement. Okay. And again, transformation. This is death, Scorpio's card. Chariot, 7. This is the card of Cancer. The King of Water. Okay. So someone could be coming, maybe ready to finally express their emotions. But first they have to tell you something. First they have a message to tell you, okay? It may be somebody that you haven't seen in quite some time. Okay, the divine is orchestrating this, okay? So this is for some people that are probably waiting for it to come into a divine union. The divine is here orchestrating it. They want you to know this. Very clearly, they want you to know this, okay? And what's going on right now is let me see if I can get you to see this. No, doesn't want to move. Okay, just kidding. Ace of Air, yeah. Someone could be coming in for an apology. If you're wondering if you need to make the apology or not, they're telling you yes. Make the apology, okay? It's how you heal. It's how you heal and transform this this abandonment wound. Yeah, that's the message, okay? For many of you guys, the message can be that you feel like you missed an opportunity, that there's something that you missed or lost out on, and you don't know how to express that. Maybe you haven't been able to express that. They want to say that they will be here with you. If you need to express something, they will be here with you. Okay? They will be here with you to help you, to take the action, to make the apology, to protect you. They're here. They've been here planting seeds. They've been here. They're gonna be here. They're gonna help you get your harvest. Okay? They're gonna help you harvest the fruit that you really wanted. Don't worry. They're here. Okay? You need to stop worrying about all the action or that you need to do or that you've been doing. It's more what you need to do is actually make this one action. You need to apologize or somebody or something that you need to make an apology to in the physical realm, okay? Something you've been working on for a long time. But the reason why they did this, the reason why this happened is they needed you to work. They needed you to work to be able to hold on, to be able to get this, to be able to work to get these ships to come in, right? Maybe you kept working thinking you're getting money. Maybe you were getting money. Maybe there's investments or something like this. Maybe they're coming in and that's what they're saying is they're on their way. They're about to turn over and they're about to come in, and what you thought you may have lost or missed, you're about to get a message, and where you were maybe sad or pretending like you weren't heard about something, it's about to transform your whole entire life, okay? And it's about, and it's going to heal, right? It's going to heal this abandonment wound. For some of you guys, what is happening is some wrong could have been made right, okay? And as you transformed and healed yourself, as you healed the abandonment wound, or maybe having this conversation or doing whatever helped you to heal the abandonment wound, is going to help you to heal this abandonment wound. And when that transformation happens is when all of the reward comes in. Yeah, the Six of Water. That's when this past love, this past soulmate comes in. But you have to be willing to you have to be willing to share your actual emotions, something that you haven't been doing. You've been holding out for too long because you're afraid that if you do that, it will create too much vulnerability, and then it may bring out a darker side. But that's your inner thought, you guys. Yeah, King of Air. This is a thoughts. Make the decision. Okay, if you make the decision that this decision that you're going to make, this person, this place, this whatever that you're moving towards, this job, whatever it is, this healing journey, whatever it is, if you make the decision, then that's what it will be. They're here to support you on that. Okay, they're supporting you. And for some of you guys, you could have felt really abandoned. You could have felt like you didn't really, like you've been healing from your family. You've been transforming from many of you guys have mother wounding. Okay, there's very large mother wounding because the mother wasn't there. Maybe you weren't there for the mother, vice versa. And it's just something that you guys are consistently been healing. But there's not much that can replace not having the mother, right? There is a bit of this abandonment that will just exist there. And there is this bit of sadness that will exist there. And it's okay. It's okay. That's an okay thing to be sad about. They want me to tell you that. That's an okay thing to be sad about. It's okay. Okay? The Ten of Cups. But they want to give you this happy Buddha energy. They want to let you know as you step into this happy space, right? As this next person, if you lost a mother, as you come in and step into this next position, maybe some of you guys are becoming a mother. Maybe some of you guys have found the woman that you want to be the mother of your children, and you're sad because your mother can't be there for it. She wants you to know, like, she is energy, right? Is coming through many different forms. They're there, like a statue, solid, strong, concrete. It's there. Through everything. Look at the lotus didn't bloom yet. Okay? The reason why the lotus didn't bloom yet, that means the happy ending, the ending didn't happen yet. Okay? Empress. So for some of you guys, if you're wondering about making this next person, with the Ace of Earth, about making this next person your empress or your wife or the mother to your children, it could also be an idea, but I'm sensing very strong relationship. Ace of Earth, again, this is a divine union. Okay, they want you to make the offering. This is your person. This person that you're thinking about, you need to make the offering. Ace of Earth with the Eight of Fire, okay? You need to make a message. You need to go or offer something or call. Six of Earth. You call, look at the reciprocity. You have to call. And if you're asking them to make the judgment call, then they're saying that this is going to be reciprocal, okay? The cards are coming back out. I've shuffled them so many times, they're coming back out. You're the one that creates it ultimately. The Magician. Some of you guys can have, like, again, I'm sensing a very powerful warlock or magician energy that's passed on. And again, the secret society, yeah. And again, this guy. So whoever this looks like, this may look like somebody to somebody. Okay, I don't know, but they really want me to show this card. This probably looks like somebody that actually passed, or there's something in this card that reminds you or gives you confirmation. Okay, share it down below so other people can know. But yeah, this is definitely somebody that was a higher level secret society. 100%. They might be contacting you. Me. To offer me stability to work together. Oh, because I'm a high level psychic. That's for me specifically. It was all of it. No. Okay. But this, that's what I was saying, looking at this. I wouldn't doubt it. Do you know what I'm saying? Who's your daddy? I wonder. Maybe it could be. My last name's Hall. Maybe Manly. Now remember, like, what we're subject to as we grow up and all of this stuff. So even though I didn't have like a lot of this fatherly masculine energy, I grew up with my grandfather. So my grandfather was a man's man, you know, he fought in 5 wars, like, so I know. And that's why they're telling me, like, no exceptions, right? That's why they told me, stay posted. This time, you ain't going anywhere. You keep letting them push you out, and that's what they did. I let them push me out. My mother actually evicted me from my grandfather's house, even though I took him the last 7 years of his life. And probably changed the will and did all this other shit so they could collect on all that, so yeah. Thank you. Do you have a question? Soulmate? Soul fam? Somebody that's my soul fam? You hit a fork in the road? They want you to know that sometimes forks in the road is okay, right? It's just a change in the wind, okay? They want you to know, like, mostly the people that have passed, they really want you to know that it's not rejection, it's redirection. right? The reason why sometimes things don't happen or we're running late or whatever is so we didn't get in that car accident, so we didn't whatever. And that's what I'm saying is they can see things a lot farther. And that's why they keep saying to explain it to you guys like a game, you know? Imagine that your guides, your divine, your ancestors, your oversouls, your angels, whatever, imagine that they see your whole life in existence like a Tetris game. And so they're only throwing at you like the ones that you can organize in a quick enough manner to delete all the past karma and trauma and to take it out. That's really what they're doing. It's just we can't really see it the same, right? We don't see it the same because we're seeing, and we're in this human construct of time in this minuscule moment that we can't see why everything is happening. But just know, whatever you thought, wherever you guys thought there was a missed opportunity, there's not a missed opportunity. That's not a real thing. But yeah, this is somebody that have had a really high up connection. Okay? For some of you guys, you could have been stolen or swapped, snatched, stolen or swapped. Again, this is like father time. He's got like all these really, I don't know, they really want me to show you this. Whoever's tuning in, share with me who this is to you, because this guy really wants you to prolifically, like, to really be able to see his face. And I know it's making somebody cry, whether it's at this moment or when they come to it, I don't know, but he loves to watch you. He loves to watch you become the man that he knew you could be and more. It's a very specific message. She's so proud. So proud of the man you become, and he's so sorry that you have to do it on your own. He wishes he could be here for you. And give me a moment, hold on, he's really crying. He wishes he could be here for you in the physical, but it wasn't his time, or it was his time to go. It's not his time to be here now in the physical. He's here with you. He's here with you whenever you want. But he wants you to use the energy, okay? Whoever's person this is, he really wants you to use the energy that you receive from, that you feel from him, and he wants you to transmute it. Because when he comes on, maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he was never very like emotional or loving with you. Maybe he was a little bit too rough on you, okay? Maybe he wasn't, they feel bad for it, okay? They regret it. They regret not being more, allowing you to be who you were, or for some of you guys, you had to hide who you were because they wanted you to be more of a man. And they didn't let you to be soft or gentle or in this emotional state, and they're sorry. They wish more than anything they could take that back, more than anything. But they want to say that the person that you have become means more than everything. And even though it doesn't make sense, and maybe it pushed you to become more bitter or more this or more that, and maybe you feel like it's preventing you from bringing people or the right people or situations into your life, it wasn't for not for nothing, okay? Not for nothing. That may mean something to you. It wasn't for nothing. No, not for nothing. You know, it didn't happen for no reason. It was a catalyst to move you forward. The reason why certain people or certain things or situations have been moved out of your life was so it could orchestrate you to the right people where you belong. He's sorry. He's sorry that he conditioned you to become a people pleaser. He's sorry that it was your job to take care of everybody when they didn't take care of you. He's sorry that they told you stuff, that they lied to you, that they promised you things that never happened. He's sorry that he couldn't see the thing that he promised, and that part of that is his fault. and he takes responsibility. And he wants you to not take the responsibility on yourself anymore. He wants you to know that he takes the responsibility. He's here to help relieve you. Ganesha just flew over. Okay? Tap into the abundance that is love. Tap into the abundance that you had. For many of you guys, he's helping remove obstacles. Your abundance comes in the wealth that he taught you. Whoa, 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 whoa. He may be very strong earth and wind spirit. You may be able to tap into him when you work with the wind. Yeah, 3 of air. He may be very strong wind, elemental air. Wow, yeah. So for whoever this is, okay, could be earth energy. Maybe they worked a lot with the earth. Maybe they lived in a forest or something like this. But they are wind energy. Can you calm down? I will give the message, but you don't have to blow me up like this, okay? The person is very strong wind spirit, okay? So they can be an air sign as well. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. They can be an air sign, but I'm seeing these leaves, okay? They blow around you. Maybe they passed in the autumn or the springtime, maybe when leaves begin to fall or when they begin to bloom. You may think of them. But they want you to do so when you want to tap in with them, like go out and think of them or feel the wind. Maybe that was one of their favorite feelings, right? Father Sky, Father Wind, right? Mother Earth, Mother Ocean. They want you to feel like the wind at your back, the wind in your sails. They want to provide that for you. But you have to get on the boat and raise the sail, hoist the halyard in order for them to fill the sail with wind, to carry you to the next destination. Yeah, Ace of Water. For you to offer that cup of love. For you to maybe meet the person that you're meant to offer the cup of love before. And the deceit, the people that were deceitful to you before, maybe he told you, maybe this person told you that that person was a good person for you and that's why you stayed with that person. It was all lesson. They want you to know. They were teaching you patience. They were teaching you patience. Okay, 14, this is all the energy of, is this Temperance? This is the energy of Temperance, okay? So again, this can be a Sagittarius woman, man, does whatever, it's the energy. But it was to teach you patience. It was to make you become more patient. So don't take some things come to an end. Yeah, what you've actually been waiting for, what you've actually been dreaming of, you have to make the message and move towards. Okay, the thing you've been holding on to for the longest, that you've been waiting for, you're going to be victorious. They're here to help you, okay? They know what your passion is. They know where your passion lies. But you have to get yourself out of this mental construct. Turn your swords to feathers and let them blow the feathers away with the wind. Okay? Many of you guys, dust in the wind. Like you're my boy Blue. Some of this can have certain things. Virgo energy, Leo energy, strong Sagittarius energy, Earth energy, obviously. Cancerian energy with the Chariot. What's a fire and air energy? Emperor. Okay, they're gonna help you get everything in order. Okay, for some of you, this person could also have been an Aries. Now take what resonates, leave what doesn't. So maybe this is the person that passed. Maybe this was the person that they put in your way. I don't know, but you know. Okay? If an Aries was a person that you put in your way, then their empire is going to be turned upside down and something new is going to be built. Okay? Remember, don't try to make every part of the story fit. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't. So as you're hearing different parts of the story like that resonates, only the difference would be, do you know what I'm saying? This was an Aries, a fire sign, male, not a female, and they did this versus that, but That was the last thing, and now I'm on it. Take what resonates and leave what doesn't, okay? But take a chance, you fucking fool. For this is for somebody. Stop being foolish. They're blowing their trumpet at you. They want to give you the wish fulfillment. You've literally done all of the work. All of the work. There's literally no more work to do by yourself. It's about coming into the union. Okay? You've learned all you don't need to learn more. What you need to do is you need to be okay with being ready for the commitment, because you've already done everything that you need to do. High Priestess, this is something that you know. For some of you guys, you know that you're coming into commitment. For some of you guys, you know what's happening. For some, the feminine energy, you know that this masculine may be coming towards you. For some, you don't know who it is. For some of the masculine, it looks like you may know who the feminine is, who the Empress or the High Priestess is. It looks like somebody you may need to be apologizing to, or something like this, right? Messages from the ancestors or dearly departed. Messages. Nine of Earth, yeah. You need to focus on your wish fulfillment. And anything that doesn't align with your wish fulfillment, anybody that's trying to distract you to do this or go there or do that or get money or whatever, they're page. That's page energy. Okay, you're not distracted. Nine of Earth, I'm good by myself. Stay focused on your path. Stay focused on that thing. They're very specific about this. Maybe for some of you guys, you need to spend more time by yourself. Yeah, do the work, heal, okay? Heal. So you can offer this love, so you can offer this passion, so you can actually be able to give it. For many of you guys, you have done the work, okay? You did go, you did put the physical work in. You're here, you've been by yourself, you've been doing this healing. You're ready. You built up all the strength that you need. You're ready to deliver this passionately, very passionately. You built up, you mustered the strength. Maybe some of you finally mustered the strength. The 10 of Coins. And now you're gonna put it into action. And that's gonna be the ultimate payoff. That's the fortune. That's the generational wealth. For some, it can just be that all the work that you did finally just paid off. Yeah, you're victorious because you kept going and you had a pure heart and you were doing what was right. You were holding on to values and ideals that were right? You weren't being over emotional. You knew what needed your emotion and your attention. You knew within you, and you weren't gonna, and that's a lot of this Earth Angel energy. And that's why I think in the beginning, a lot of the energy was the 5 of Swords, is because they're like, listen, we know you feel like you've been out here on your own, but you're not out here on your own. They transitioned. They're on the other side to be your team, okay? Because that's how they're like, nope. We like, imagine like they're like a team captain nomination. That's basically what's going on right now. But you have your whole crew, your spirit, whatever, whatever planet, whatever you came from, like you have your whole team. And they nominated you, the incarnated here, right now, as their team captain. And I know we laugh, we're like, what? We're the person? Like I don't even like to go outside and deal with people. Like my grandfather was fighting 5 wars. You mean I'm the ringer? I'm the goat? Really? And the reason why is because we can tap all of this knowledge, right? We can tap all of the stuff that we already knew. That's why it's the new era. KNEW, bro. That's why, because it's stuff we already knew. It's a series of remembrance. So when we tap into this ancestral energy, when we tap in with these people that have already passed, right? Then we tap into their knowledge. When we start to do work, now I also do stuff where I do what's called soul retrieval. Soul retrieval with people, which is it's an even deeper level where we're going and we're seeing past lives that we've experienced, which lets us see like how we're more here at this level, why we're doing what we're doing. You know, different people are like, oh, that totally makes sense. Like one of my good friends was like, oh, that totally makes sense. I was a librarian in the last life. Like, that's why I prefer books over people in this life. I always thought it was weird. Everybody always thought it was weird, you know, because she's an older soul. But it's like, these are the types of things, you know, these are the types of other types of energy work and stuff that I do with people. So make sure you guys share what you're interested in, so I know, so I can like hone in like what I share better with people. And if you guys really like asking the questions and tapping in with dead people or past, like I'm cool to do that too. But let's think of like actual questions that we can ask them that can be helpful, right? Similar, like if you guys are here, you guys ever seen like Bashar or anything like this? It's similar like that. I have many collectives, not one, right? Like back in the day, they were tapping into Ra. It was one specific, but it was a collective consciousness. Now I'm tapping into a higher, different level of consciousness because we're dealing with the collective consciousness of the earth. So I get to tap your ancestors that were physical on the earth plane and ancestral heritage from galactic as well. So it's very interesting. So I'm not like channeling one thing, but if you come up with good questions like this, they are really more than happy. They want to give all the information. They want to teach, but it's just like, it's like the higher knowledge, right? It's only by those who seek is the information offered. So if they don't think that you're ready to receive the information, they're not going to sit here and try to fucking teach. It's like the teacher where the kid at the back of the class is like doing whatever, like the doodler, send him to art class. He don't want to learn what you're teaching him right now. You know, like that's basically where they're at. Like they're not trying to give us more information if we're not trying to seek the information. So if you're seeking the protection, the clarity, the information, the assistance, the guidance, they're here. They want to help us, right? If you guys have good questions to ask that can start to bring up the energy, they're here. They want to transmute. That's why they have me on here every day for hours, every day doing lives. That's why they make me do the lives. That's why they took the other devices. So I don't have the devices that do all these other things that I do, because they want me doing this, because they want to help to teach, to give the information, to transmute the messages. So this is like the light warriors. Hey warriors, come out and play. They're disappointed that more people don't know who they are and aren't standing into their space, and it's time to come out of the hermit mode, right? It's time to say, it's time to make it a choice. The choice is peace. Our religion is love. Boom, look at that. Boom. Shots fired, let's go. That's actually, I was getting all fucking scared, and this just goes to tell you how the Matrix can fuck with you, right? This guy goes up and he has this thing, and they blow these off to scare all the birds so they're not eating all the rice and stuff, all the crops. And the other day I saw this dude sitting here with this gun, and he was sitting outside of the window, and I was like, this is super fucking weird. I had to be like, I'm not in a place where people are killing people with guns. Like, they're not allowed to have them. And this was at first, I was like, these don't exist. Like, wait, they can't have this type of stuff here? Like, what the fuck? And I was like, is this a silencer or what is it? And it's like, it's a silencer, but a sounder, right? Because it's basically like an air thing, so it's blowing off this interesting shot. But, so you hear it? So the point is how we perceive things, right? If I perceive that this crazy guy from the woods has a silencer on a gun that's gonna shoot me, then I'm gonna start to be scared. If I understand that I didn't do anything wrong, and I'm very protected, I'm not gonna be scared. Unless they're telling me, watch out, you know? When I feel that watch out, then I watch out. But if I don't feel that watch out, I don't freak out. And I just call on the ancestors. It's the best thing I can offer. So anyways, always guys, I gotta go and get some food and get off of here. But I appreciate your feedback. I appreciate your conversations. The ancestors appreciate it. They appreciate you guys asking questions. They would like to help and give more information and teach you guys more things. But they get a little bit frustrated because they need better questions. They don't want people coming on here to question whether they're here to speak to them or not. They want people that are ready to ask questions and that are ready to receive the messages. So, as always, infinite blessings, love, and light. And I hope you have the day that you deserve. Remember, keep going. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. I love you. Smoochy boochies. Have the day that you deserve. That's the best way to say it to people. That way everybody can't always get what you want, but sometimes you get what you need. And big love out to Fat Freddy's Drop for their past member for them. I felt him coming through. He comes through a lot. He hangs out with me a lot, just so you guys know. He likes listening. He wants you guys to sing more and jam more. So, smoochy boochies. I hope we get to meet soon. You're not that far. Ciao from meow. Zoe out.